The dating pool is so trash.
I need to rant about female rage in the dating space for a hot minute.
If a man is trying to please a woman, a man will lose his mind.
Or are you redoing everything because it's not up to your standard?
Women truly want men to just give and give and give. A man should spoil them and do for them.
The millennial age group seem to want their cake and eat it.
Modern dating isn't confusing. It's just honest now in ways people find uncomfortable. The frustration isn't coming from miscommunication. It's coming from the gap between what people advertise and what they actually deliver.
I have to say I feel sorry for some of you men out there in the dating world because it is 2025. I'm a 38-year-old female, and these women out here even confuse me. Some women out here putting Jesus in their bio, but then you go look at their stuff and it's nothing but thirst traps, lustful, seductive content. I mean, the modern day woman calls serving your husband oppression, but yet will have no problem going out and serving a male boss and cry that that's empowerment. And real feminine energy is not sexual marketing like the modern day woman might tell you. Y'all are getting seduction and femininity like completely confused. And I've said it before, but a lot of women have this long laundry list of unrealistic criteria that they want in a man, but yet they bring nothing to the table. And we don't talk about that. We tell them, no, you are a queen, you will be treated as such. We're not teaching women how to be wives these days. And I would go out on a limb and say that most of the women out in the modern day dating culture do not actually have standards, they have entitlement. And accountability, a woman's kryptonite. Some of you ladies are going to die alone, still blaming men for the choices that you made.
Blaming mother trauma is the fastest way to avoid examining what women brought to the table. The dating pool didn't change randomly. It responded to years of bad incentives and worse behavior from both sides. Diagnosing men from a distance is easier than doing the internal work.
Modern women in this particular millennial age group seem to want their cake and eat it.
Yeah.
So they seem to want to be like, fuck you, we don't need men, we can do everything ourselves, kind of mantra. Yet, could you please pay for dinner? Yet, could you be my Mr. Wonderful, and could you also be a billionaire while you're at it? So it's like a lot of confusing things. So the guys of the same age may be saying, well, if you don't need men, why am I paying for dinner? I would say, look, if you are wanting to use an old-fashioned term, court them, you want to date them, you want to romance them, you gotta pay for it. You don't be all romantic guy and then say, let's go, splitty with this bill. It doesn't work like that.
No.
And I know that that's a contradiction. I'm not telling you it isn't a contradiction, but there's a reality. You are a man, right?
The roster culture that everybody built is now the environment everybody complains about. Treating people as interchangeable options produces a market full of unhealed people doing exactly the same thing back. The system reflects the people running it.
Women truly want men to just give and give and give with nothing in return. The fact that women continuously feel as though a man should spoil them and do for them just because they're a woman, just because they exist. No type of conversation on what you give back. What does he get out of it? Okay? How does it all come full circle? This is where the disconnect is happening. It is unwise for a man to just give out his resources and not receive anything back. That is the quickest way for a man to be messed up out here, broke, and it's just something that actual men just do not do. And their instinct kind of tells them where they are safe to invest at because they will get a return. Y'all are always going to be frustrated if you want men to give and give and give with nothing in return, okay?
Don't open the wallet before she's earned access to it. Value is demonstrated through action, not proximity. If she walks because the money dried up, she told you everything you needed to know before you lost anything that actually mattered.
I need to rant about female rage in the dating space for a hot minute. So I just got played by the third guy in a row. The first one was 41 years old. The second one was 30, and this last one was 32. So I'm gonna go for the older guys. They're not as big of assholes. Well, I'm 0 for 3 on that theory, so I'm really trying to not become one of those girls that hates all men suck, but like, wow. of these situations, it's just unnecessary. It's dehumanizing. It makes me feel like I was completely disposable, like I was completely worthless. Like all of these things, all these conversations, all of these times that we hung out, all the forehead kisses were all a lie. How could they not be? How could it be real and you're seeing somebody else at the same time? What? What? I don't know how to do that. Like, how do people do this shit? I don't know, man. Like, I know what I want, and when you have a goal, you have to act like it. If you want to get in shape, you need to eat like it. You need to go to the gym. You need to go on a walk. You need to drink more water. You need to sleep, right? If you want to be in a relationship, you need to put yourself out there. You need to be emotionally available. You need to do the work. You need to protect your heart. And I'm trying to do all of these damn things, and I just feel like I keep getting beat the fuck down and run over. And I'm trying to prevent that. Like, I am putting up the boundaries and the barriers, and I'm vetting them out for the not to happen, and it's still happening. So, I'm 28 years old. I'm single for the first and longest time in my life. I hate it. I hate that I hate being single. But it's just the truth for me. And I'm lonely. I think a lot of us are. So, that's it. That's the rant.
After enough encounters with the same pattern, abandoning the search isn't giving up, it's accurate pattern recognition. Peace isn't a consolation prize. For a lot of men, it's the only prize the dating market was ever actually offering.
The dating pool is so trash. As a woman who is in a long-term relationship, I get why women are frustrated. I want to talk about this overarching topic that you may not know that there's a word for it, but there is a word for it, but you probably have experienced it. It's called negging. Have you guys heard of this? Negging is basically when somebody uses insults or anything that's like negative about you or pokes fun at you as a means of flirting. Like we're fucking 5 years old on the playground. Get your life. This entire concept is so weird to me because I just don't see how that takes you to the next level. Like, how is that getting us over the finish line? How is that getting us to the bedroom? Is this your foreplay? Because I want out.
A partner who works with you instead of grading you is the baseline that somehow became exceptional. The fact that genuine mutual effort reads as a highlight rather than a minimum standard tells you exactly how low the bar has been set.
Be as fucking ridiculous and high standard as you want to get. If a man wants to fucking come and date you, if he wants access to you, if he wants access to your body, don't give him access to your body. First and foremost, you need to think clearly, and he doesn't get that privilege, okay? 2, if you want to get everything you want, just fucking ask for it. If he says no, the next guy will say it. Go to a place where men, like, that's normal for men. If it's not normal for where you are, then go somewhere where it's normal and ask for that. Because you're too big for that container. Don't let some fucking men or whoever fucking gaslight you. I come from a culture where you gotta give the dowry to the woman. And that includes cars, houses, money, everything. I'm an Arab woman. That is the standard. That is the minimum. Like, the fathers will interrogate the man coming to ask for your hand in marriage. What is the financial plan? How do you provide for her? What is the familial plan, etc., etc. So the fact that like people here in the West are playing all these games and telling you, oh, you can't do that. No, the bar is in fucking hell, and your bar is in heaven because you are living your best life. You want the best for yourself, and if any man is gonna tell you, yeah, I can't give you that. Blah, 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 you're fucking ridiculous. You're a 3, you're a 6, and blah 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 blah. I got a 6. Which I was like, all right, it's above a 5. All right, like, okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck about what any men think about me. My man, the man that wants me and build a family with me, is gonna have the lifestyle and the mindset that I have or better. Where I'm at is the base, so I can only get higher, right? It's not about the materials, it's about the lifestyle. What kind of life do you want to build for yourself?
Marriage to the wrong person doesn't just cost money, it costs identity. The men who come out the other side and rediscover themselves consistently describe the same thing: relief, clarity, and the slow return of self-respect. The divorce wasn't the failure. Staying would have been.
If a man is trying to please a woman, a man will lose his mind trying to deal with that, because women ultimately don't even know what they want. And because women are so emotional, it don't matter what you did, all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she's mad, she'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes.
Happy wife, happy life was always a one-sided contract dressed up as wisdom. Her emotions are valid.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayath and Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere citations. So what you see here on screen is the title of this video. It says, men aren't giving women what they want and women are furious in modern dating. Well, you know what I gotta say to that? To you entitled, lack of accountability, boss bitch women that think that they're the prize. All I gotta say is, go shit in a hat. Fuck you. Okay? I don't hate women. I'm just severely disappointed in how they conduct themselves. Especially the Israelite woman. And that one bitch that said that she's an Arab woman. Like, you have to provide everything. Give her the best life. Spoil her. You know, and her parents will interrogate the man, their dad. What's the plan? How can you provide for her? How can you take care of her? How can you give her the best? Like, look, the best value or the best thing in life for a woman to have is a man. A man that can provide, protect, and lead, yes, but at the same time, you women gotta play your part too. Being a pillar of rest, comfort, convenience, and support. Take care of the house. Okay? Raise the children under your husband's instruction. But we live in a society where women have the freedom and liberty to get out abroad, do as they please. But the way things are right now, Yahweh Bashim Shai is putting the squeeze on this society. And these women are starting to feel it because women are losing their jobs, they're losing their government benefits. Okay? You know, Daddy Esau is taking away all the pleasant gifts, all the benefits, he's just taking away all the good stuff so that you women can realize, like, look, you are not what you think you are or what you think you were. You're not all that. Okay, this is going to be the book of Proverbs. It's going to be Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. And it says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay? Plain and simple right there. Give not thy strength. And when you go into the word strength, it goes back to the Hebrew.
Strong's H2428. Chayil.
Kayal, which means strength, might, efficiency, wealth, army, ability, efficiency, wealth. So don't give all your resources. Don't give all your wealth, your virtue, your energy, your availability, your activity all to women. Don't make women the center of your world, because they are not. They are nothing. The women of this society, I don't care how good they look or what they got going for themselves, they are trash. Majority of the women in this society are trash. Okay? Trash. Alright? So Proverbs 31:3 once again. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay, when you go into when it says to nor thy ways, that goes back to the Hebrew darak, which means manner, habit, way, or course of life or moral character. So do not sacrifice your purpose or your morals for these bitches. Okay? Let these women get mad if they don't get their way. Okay, fine. Get mad. Now get the fuck out. Go somewhere else. Go find you a simp. But even the simps are getting tired of these women and their bullshit. Even the simps are starting to stand up for themselves and let their nutsacks hang and say, no. Next is going to be, let's see. Okay, so, alright, bear with me for a second. Here we go. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Okay? Meaning that a man would rather dwell in the wilderness with wild beasts than to deal with a wicked woman at home. Because what, like one of the ladies on here just said, women, they lack accountability. They really don't know what they want. And if they don't get their way, they start breaking shit, tearing up the house or whatnot. Yeah. You start tearing up my shit, I'm gonna put your head through the damn wall. And then after that, ultimately, you're gonna be out the door on your ass. Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changeth her countenance, or changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Okay? Whatever evil motive or cynical or conniving secret or ideal that these women have, man, it changes how the way they act around you or other people. 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So, man, these women, man, they're not good. They're not good. That's why a lot of these women, yes, a lot of men are going to perish in this war, but a lot of women too, mainly women, because there's more women than there are men. That's why it says here in the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And this has been said multiple times over lately. And this is what's going to happen. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So in that day, man, you're going to have so many women all over you, you're going to have to beat them with a stick just to keep them away. Like these women, like when all hell breaks loose and these women find out just how truly helpless, hopeless, and worthless they really are. But then again, a woman is the ultimate survival. She will do whatever it takes, up, down, left, right, in between, to look for that safety, security, and comfort. So a woman, yeah, when things get scary, a woman will go into survival mode, like quick. She will do whatever it takes, which is why she's so dangerous, because she's willing to do whatever it takes to ensure that she stays alive. That's why a lot of women, that's why Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is going to put you know, Lord willing that we be of the elect, He's gonna give us a higher level of discernment. You know, turn us up to where we know which woman is sincere and which one isn't. And the ones that aren't, we get rid of them. Okay? And that's all I had, because this wasn't meant to be long, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, this modern dating era, this ain't no dating, man. This is just debauchery, you know, adultery all over the place. Like, you get into a relationship with a woman, you know, apparently her past doesn't matter, this and that, you know, being worried about if she's messing around behind your back while you're at work or whatever the case. It's just, ugh. But then again, a lot of you men too be doing some dumb shit. You know, messing around with another man's woman, knowing that you shouldn't be doing that. But you know what? That's why I'm glad that, you know, Lord willing, that I am not numbered amongst the 2/3, and that I'm numbered amongst those that are worthy to escape the said perils. I cannot wait to enjoy watching a good amount of you people get what you righteously deserve, and that's judgment. For all your moral stupidity, your out of order rebellion, your just your worldly ways of man, I'm tired of it. Alright, and with that, I hope that this lesson is edifying. Like I said, it wasn't meant to be long, just to pull out a few scripts, because this is something that's just been on my spirit to do. I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath and Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom, Barakatam.